First question. It's Irish Mythen, right? Not Mythen.
Correct. No, Irish Mythen, yeah, correct.
Okay. Now, is that your family name, or is it a stage name, or is...
No, it's my family name.
Okay.
It comes from, it's actually a translation of the Irish name Niviachoin, and it comes from Enniscorthy, County Wexford. So all of the Mythens that came out of Ireland are all related. It's all the one family, Niviachoin.
Did you grow up was your musical family?
I'm the only one that actually performs music and plays instruments and sings, but certainly I was surrounded by music every day. My parents are amazing lovers of music. They pretty much gave me my my love of music. Everything from classical music up to traditional Irish music, through to Tom Paxton, Johnny Mitchell, Joey Baez, like Dylan. They gave it all to me.
So how did you get into the music business?
Yeah, I was living in the Middle East at the time. My parents were living in a place called Bahrain. My dad was working for the airline Gulf Air, and I was 15, and I got given a guitar, and I learned to play it, and I had my first gig at the end of that year. I was still 15 in a place called the Ali Palace, the Ali Palace.
Mm-hmm.
And the minute I stood on the stage, I knew that's what I wanted to do with my life, and I've worked down hard ever since to make that come true.
How would you describe the type of music that you play?
It's contemporary folk, for sure. It's with a strong influence on storytelling lyrics, which is a real nod to my upbringing. Being like the great bards from Ireland, they're just their way of yarning the story. It's just wonderful, and I think that heavily influenced me. So I love taking common stories and then portraying the story through the songs and through music.
Well, that's a great Celtic tradition, isn't it? Storytelling.
It is indeed, yes, it is indeed.
In terms of your musical influences, what artists have influenced you?
Again, I would nod back to the great lyricists, the great storytellers, and that can be old traditional work songs, the old shanties, right up to Phil Oakes was a great influence on me. I'm fortunate enough to be good friends with his sister Sunny, who's the keeper of all things Phil, and then up to even modern day, like I love anyone that tells and uses great words, so big fan of Damien Rice, even Sheeran. He's doing a great job. But like when you have someone so captivating that they can sell out 12 nights at Wembley, just one guy, one guitar, that's power. That's real power, and it's not just teenage girls going to see him. Like real music lovers are going to see him. So when you see what the power of one voice and one guitar can do, that gives me a lot of lift. So basically, to answer your question, everything from Beethoven to the Beatles to myself.
Okay. Actually, you mentioned one voice and one guitar, which is the way you perform.
Yes.
Did you ever think of getting more instruments on stage with you? And
I've played with a band many times. Yeah, it depends on the show, really. I went on tour with Rod Stewart. The Rod Stewart stage was 125 feet long, and there was two massive screens behind us, and it looked absolutely ridiculous for me, 5'1", from that stage with one guitar. So just aesthetically, we beefed it up with the bands, and I love working with a band. I just don't think that there's a misconception that the fuller the stage is, the the higher the quality that the crowd is going to get. There is that misconception sometimes. I feel like like I mentioned, Ed Sheeran, so many nights he sold out Wembley with one voice, one guitar, right? So I don't think you need a band to up the quality, but sometimes it's just goddamn fun, just rocking out with other people on the stage, because it does get lonely.
Yeah.
But I love the edge that it brings, because I'm on stage. There's thousands of people in front of me. If I break a string, it's just me. I can't look at my guitar player. I can't look at my bass player and go, hey, all right, I need 30 seconds. It's me. It's thousands of people. I've broken a string. I got to deal with it. Yeah. And I like that edge, so it keeps me on my toes the whole time. And yeah, you just gotta get it done.
In terms of your songs, your more recent songs have been more personal in nature, more about you. Are those songs harder to write for you?
I think there's I'd like to answer that kind of like twofold. Number one is it always seems harder when you're writing. You're bearing your soul out, and it's like, okay, this is me. I'm just opening myself up, and God, what if someone laughs, or what if someone says, God, that sounds corny? So there is that. But the other thing, number two, is it's just as important and just as hard to take somebody else's story and treat that with care and try and portray it to other people. Like, I feel a great responsibility with some of the stories I tell, because they're 100% real. So these people, these people deserve a lot of sincerity in the story, within the story, and within the story I portray. So both are kind of nerve-wracking.
You live in PEI.
I do, yes.
So tell us how you got from Ireland to PEI?
From Ireland, I went to live in Europe. I lived in Sweden for 4 years and speak Swedish. Then from Sweden, I went to Greece. From Greece, I went to England. And then from England, I moved to Australia. And from Australia, I moved to Canada.
So
I've been in Canada 10 years.
Now, you've played Mariposa before, and
yes, I have.
Yeah.
3 or 4 times.
Is Mariposa a special event for you?
Very much so, yeah. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorite festivals to play. It's not just the crew that you get to hang out with, but it's the people of Mariposa. It's those people you meet when you're walking. Like, I'm not one of those artists that I'll only arrive on site for my show and then leave again. I like to immerse myself within the crowds and within the festivals. And that's really important to me that I do that. So it's really cool walking around and meeting grandfather who's bringing grandson, or grandmother bringing grandson for the first time to their first Mariposa, and their kids grew up coming to Mariposa. It's really special. It's really special, and you don't get that in a lot of festivals.
Yeah.
I mean, there are others, of course, that you do get that, but it's rare and it's really special, and it should be very much looked after.
Is there anything you'd like to add about this year's festival, or anything you'd like to say?
No, look, I'm just really excited to get there again. I'm absolutely stoked, and just for a little bit of inside information, for one of the stage performances, I will not be alone.
Oh, okay. A mystery guest.
Yes.
Thank you so much for this. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no, the pleasure's all mine.